Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are doing another creepifying, I guess, kids characters. Basically, like, we're doing a Dark Souls edition of a kids character. I don't know any good way to describe this. Every time I do these intros, I'm like, I don't remember really how to basically explain it, but just to give you the long and short of it, we are taking a kids based cartoon character or video game character and converting it into something really creepy that has like a Dark Souls aesthetic to it. So today, this one has been on my list for a while, and honestly, it's an excuse to draw another dragon. We are drawing the Ender Dragon from Minecraft. So I was pretty excited to do this one because, you know, it's a dragon and I love dragons. And I mean, there's a lot of cool designs in Dark Souls. Whenever I search dragons from Dark Souls, there's like a few that pop up, so I was excited to do more of this like dark, black, creepy based dragon. So let's go ahead and jump in and get this one started. All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick off this video. So I think I got into Minecraft. Oh boy, I think it was a lot last year. I was playing it quite a bit, but I suck at it. I mean, I was just doing basically like walking around trying to build what I could. I had like my little box house and whatever, and I know it probably takes many hours to make or do anything in the game, and I also think I had I don't know what setting I had turned on, but I don't know. I couldn't find anything in the game that I was actually really super searching for. So I bet that's more user error than anything. But while I was playing Minecraft and watching a lot of YouTubers play Minecraft, I saw a ton of really cool and interesting monsters that were in the game. I obviously like the Ender Dragon because it is a giant kick-butt dragon that shoots these purple fire globs. I absolutely love the dragons, and it's super cool. And I mean, I really like a lot of the creatures in Minecraft. I have seen people creepify the creepers, and then I think I've seen one of the actual Ender characters. I'm trying to think what else I've seen that's been creepified, but I've seen a few people take them and basically reskin them as these super crazy, creepy creatures. And so I knew that I really wanted to jump on this and do some cool Minecraft creature. And I just felt Ender Dragon was just so fitting because, you know, dragons. I love dragons. If it's not apparent already, if I'm already halfway through the 100 Dragon Challenge, and then if I don't talk about dragons enough, you know, I mean, I really like dragons. And I thought this one was going to be really cool. It's a big black dragon, and it's doing a full change of a creature because Minecraft is obviously very blocky, kind of more simple shaped characters. So I had to take that, interpret it, and make it into a very detailed, more anatomically rendered creature. So it was just a fun project and topic to do. It was also nice because I could add a lot of details, but I wanted to keep a few present. For example, on the head, the Ender Dragon has these two horns that are kind of more squarish, obviously because of Minecraft. But I wanted to kind of keep that aesthetic and have it kind of these, I don't know how you would describe them. They're they're kind of squarish horns, and they're kind of plate-ish horns. I don't know how to describe them any better, but I knew I wanted to keep those the same. And then I noticed it had a couple of spines going down its back and in its tail, and on its neck. And I was like, we can just add a ton more spines and spikes. I know that the design basically calls for just one row of spines and spikes that go all the way from the front to the back. But I was like, we can push that. We can add as many spines and spikes as we want to this and just make it super epic. And then it was cool because the Ender Dragon, it's almost like it has some armoring to it on its wings and such, just based off of coloring, because it has that silverish, whitish color to its wings and the would you call them fingers? The ligaments between the webbing in bat wings. I don't know if you call it, there's probably a very technical term for them, but it's kind of like the fingers of the wings. Those are in silver, and I was like, well, why don't we just make more armoring to this character and have that kind of look like a more sturdy, heavy-duty scale, and then I went and added it to more parts of the body. I thought it would be really cool to just amplify this dragon even more by having some cool armoring to it, and just having that silver bit of it kind of look like an armored scale. And then it was fun also just because this already lends itself to being creepified very well because it's a dark colored dragon with those really bright purple eyes. I thought that would be a really cool like just look, because think about like if you're in like a dark dungeon. I mean, it already happens in Minecraft when you're fighting it. If I remember correctly, when you fight it, you're already kind of in a darker environment. So when you fight it, like all you see is like those bright purple eyes or like the purple fire globs that are firing at you. Like just imagine just being in this really dark dungeon-y cavern, and maybe it just has like these purple lights here and there, like little burning purple flames, and then you just see these piercing purple eyes just looking back at you through the darkness. I think that'd be really cool. And then if you were to put it in the Dark Souls aesthetic and in the game, like it'd be even more creepy. Maybe instead of like a closed off dungeon space, I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe it's more of I've seen in a couple of the game bits that I've watched, there was like this chapel that you fight this other creature in. It'd be really cool if it was like an abandoned, broke down stone building that the Ender Dragon resided in. And so it could probably fly out the top to avoid you and like kind of dodge your attacks. But then when it wanted to come and attack you, it could dive into this broken up building, and maybe it's like a tall cathedral-like building, so it can like climb up higher. So maybe it has these different pillars, because if I remember correctly, the Ender Dragon fight, I think it had some pillars that you had to somehow get to the top of to do something. I might be remembering wrong. It's been a while since I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough. But it would have those pillars as if they were like big cathedral pillars. I think that'd be super dope. And then I would love to know what you guys think, because I know the Ender Dragon, at least from my knowledge, only has the attack of like that bigger purple glob flame. I would love to know, what attacks do you think this would have? Like, put it in the case of like if it was in a Dark Souls game or a more RPG style game. What attacks would you give it? I mean, it has like a really spiny tail. We got some nice horns going on. It's got its big wings and claws, so maybe some of those are a little bit more apparent, but I bet some of you guys out there know way more about Minecraft than me, so you could give me some really cool insight on some really bomb attacks that it could do. I would love to hear what you guys think, and any attacks that you can think of that this thing could just deal against the player just to cause the worst misery, and you'd probably die a lot and have to go to like a bonfire or whatever. It was a bonfire, right? Bonfires with Dark Souls. I always get Dark Souls and Bloodborne mixed up in my brain because I know they're different games, but they're similar in my brain. And they have kind of a very similar look and then play style, as in me being an outsider who hasn't played either games, but I've watched playthroughs of them. I feel they have a very similar feel and look. So I always get them mixed up on which ones do what and what have what things. But yeah, anyway, long rant there. I would still love to hear what you guys think would be a cool attack, or even like how would you attack it? Like, what is a way that you could maybe get it out of the sky so you could get a couple of good attacks on it? Like, what combos would you maybe have to deal against this? I bet there would be some type of, I wonder if you could do some type of reflective attack on its larger purple globby fire. I'm just gonna keep calling it that. It's purple globby fire. I wonder if there would be a really cool reflective attack that you could use to basically fire back at it, or use it to maybe slowly destroy the pillars so then it has less places to hide. Like maybe you have to destroy all the pillars first before it really spends time with you down in like the floor level of the cathedral. You kind of have to like figure out how to get it to come on your level and start attacking you, so then you can get some slices in on it. But that means you have to kind of sacrifice well, maybe not sacrifice, but basically you have to time your attacks well or be able to reflect something at those pillars. Doing some type of environmental damage might be a really fun aspect to add to the battle system with this guy. All right, and there we have it. We have our creepified Ender Dragon. So this one, I do like how it looks. I don't think it looks as Dark Soulsy as my other ones. Like, I felt like the King K. Rool and the Bowser were just like super like creepy, and the aesthetic was way closer to Dark Souls. And I mean, this one, it looks like a badass dragon, but I don't know if I feel it looks 100% Dark Soulsified. But then, I mean, there's another dragon in Dark Souls that isn't like covered in teeth and spines and is super crazy creepy. Like, it does have spikes, but it's not like over the top creepy. So I don't know, maybe this one is more kind of like just a more epic version of the Ender Dragon, you know, maybe something more like that instead of like a really creepy Dark Souls aesthetic. But either way, I do like how this looks. I think it was a really fun piece to create, and it was just fun to convert the Ender Dragon into something a little bit more epic looking. So, I mean, I had a blast. And if you guys have any suggestions for kids characters that I should convert into these creepy Dark Souls aesthetic, please leave it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But either way, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and join our community. I make all sorts of things, like I have the 100 Dragon Challenge, we got monster mashes, we got a lot of like fun monster-based content on this channel. And if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button, and then I know to make more of these creepy, aesthetic, Dark Souls-y characters in the future. But either way, thank you guys again so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody. So I'd like to take a second to thank all my patrons over on Patreon. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support. If you guys would like to get behind the scenes content, stickers, monthly sketch postcards, go check out my Patreon. And thanks again, guys, so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.